Okay, Louise. Thanks a lot.
Larry? Hi.
Brenda,
Hi, Dan.
What are you doing here? Hello, Dan. I thought your appointment with Spencer wasn't until tomorrow.
Well, I just didn't want to take any more chances on the baby's life, so I'm checking in. And ready or not, Steve's baby is going to greet the world today, Larry.
I have a feeling you're not telling me everything.
Sec. Hey, listen, we're not going to be open. Hey, Mr. Gordon, come on in.
Max.
Hey, have yourself a seat there. I always pictured as one of those 10 a.m. boozers. You'll have to excuse me, I got to put this bar together here. You know, bartender's work never done.
Maybe you should hire yourself a professional.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Maybe when the place picks up, I'll get around to it. Yeah, you're looking fine, like a whole different person. How you feeling?
Well, I certainly feel like a new one. I owe it all to you and Megan. Max, I need another favor.
Sure, whatever you say.
Yeah, well, I'm leaving for California soon, moving there, in fact.
What?
I want you to promise me that you'll take care of something that's of great value to me.
Wait a minute, Ted. You make this sound like it's not negotiable.
Well, it's not. A deal's been made with the Toilet Goods Corporation of America, and Fraternity Row begins production in New York City at Empire Studios within weeks. Well, let me remind you of something. The agency owns Fraternity Row. You're working for us. That means we can make any decision we want without your approval.
No, not this time, pal. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you uproot all these people's lives.
That's right, Ted. You can't do this.
Well, listen, I'm sorry you feel this way, but the show is moving, with or without you.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
One Life to Live, brought to you by Maxwell House Coffee, always good to the last drop.
Well, my vision was blurred earlier, but I'm okay now.
Why didn't you come in last night?
Well, I just stayed in bed. I thought it would pass. You know.
Brenda.
Oh.
Louise, would you find Dr. Spencer? He's familiar with Brenda's case. I think he ought to examine her. I think it's time to deliver the baby.
Yes, Dr. Willard. Brenda, go sit down over there, honey. I'll get everything in motion.
All right, I know it might take a while. Yeah. I think we've gotten here on time, you know. I don't think the baby's affected yet by anything. In fact, he was kicking in the car on the way over. So why am I so scared? I am so scared.
Come here. Come here. I know you are, sweetheart, and I'm with you all the way on this. You know that.
Oh, I'm just scared that maybe his little lungs aren't developed yet, or maybe he's just not strong enough to survive yet.
Brenda, listen, we can control him much better after he's born. I think this is a safe time to deliver him.
Yeah, but I'm just... That's enough. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I fought with Dan all about this. And, Dan, what are you doing standing over there? Why don't you come and sit down?
Well, I just didn't want to crowd you two, that's all.
No, we are in this together, the four of us, all right?
The winning team.
All right, right on.
You tell me you're leaving town and you want me to look after something of great value. I would guess that means Megan.
That's right. Megan's been through a terrible time.
Yeah, I know. I put her through a lot of it when I went back to Texas, but it's all behind us now.
Well, she's smiling again, and I would love for her to continue to be happy. However, I'm not sure she can.
Mr. Gordon, I believe I can make Megan happier than any other man on this planet, and I will work hard to do that.
Oh, I know you will.
Then what am I missing here?
Well, there's a side to Megan that finds happiness difficult, a force within her that makes her run from it.
Well, I've seen hints of that, but I didn't know it was a chronic problem. You saying she's just going to bolt one day?
Well, I hope not, but Megan's the kind of person that strives to be positive. But there's a little voice in her that says, don't trust it. She's always looking for that low blow that's lurking around the corner.
So, in other words, she's going to sabotage herself before she's sabotaged.
Yeah, that's right. On the other hand, she may grow out of it. I just thought I should mention it to you.
Well, thanks for letting me know. But why are you leaving Landview?
It's simply necessary.
Listen, I'm real sorry to hear that. I was hoping I could get to know you better and you could be part of our lives. And who knows, maybe one day even walk Megan down the aisle.
Listen, Max, if you can ever get Megan to walk down an aisle, believe me, wherever I am, I'll come back. So I guess that about wraps up my paternal advice. But I want you to reassure me that you'll be there for her, whatever the problem, especially Annie with her mother.
I swear it. Because I love her so very much. Megan and my son are the two most important people in the world to me. Both great values.
This is unbelievable, Ted. These people have worked their hearts out for you. They worked through all kinds of turmoil, including that whole situation with a stalker. The ratings have never been better on this show, and this is the way you're going to turn around and reward them?
Yeah, and they're paid a lot of money to work hard. And I get paid to balance the budget, among other things. The deal with Empire was just too good to turn down.
Well, I think I've heard of saving money, but this time you're putting savings above all else.
You're exactly right.
You know, it's called show business, remember?
Yeah, well, nowhere in our contracts does it say that if the show moves that we have to move.
Oh, you're exactly right. I can't force you to move to New York. It's up to you.
And if we decide not to?
Well, simple. You'll be replaced.
You can't replace Megan. She's a major character. The audience will never forgive you.
Yes, we'll develop new characters. We'll develop new stories. We'll keep the audience's interest. Look, people, I have been doing this for a lot of years. I know daytime. I know the audience.
Why aren't you saying more?
I smell a
And
rat.
I've considered every
Something's just not
aspect
right.
of this move. The advantages outweigh the disadvantages 10 to 1.
Yeah, well, what about the crew salaries? We will never make it in New York on what we get here.
I've taken that into account. You'll all get raises.
Well, I guess you've just got everything covered, don't you?
I believe I do, Bo.
Yeah, well, I've got one more question for you. Why wasn't WVLE given the opportunity to counter Empire's bid? Now, we might have done that.
Look. By moving the show to New York, we get more exposure, more stature. And all these kids are going to get a lot more publicity. Now, I've always wanted Fraternity Row to originate from the city. It's never been possible before. Now it is, and we're making the move. And frankly, I have an appointment to make.
No, you're not going to just drop a bomb like this on us and walk out of here.
Bo, I'll be back. I'll be glad to talk to you about it as much as you want. But nothing you say is going to turn my mind, and I really have to go now. Ladies and gentlemen, I advise you to think about it. Make a decision that comes from your heart, but don't do anything while you're angry.
Oh, sure, Ted. I'm sure that once we calm down, we're going to think this was a brilliant idea.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, boss.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say except, don't anybody take this at face value. I'm going to fight this. Something's wrong. I don't know what it is.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back in 15 minutes and we'll shoot this scene right.
Say, you weren't just planning on packing it up and moving to New York, were you?
No.
Good. I was getting a little nervous when Ted Block was talking. I mean, we're just starting to get settled as a couple, you know?
Look, I don't care what kind of deal that Empire offered Ted Block.
What is it?
I don't believe this.
What?
Something just occurred to me. I think Michael Grande might be behind this whole thing.
Michael Grande?
Yeah, when everybody got out of Eterna, Asa wanted Michael Grande's hide. He had him checked out. Now, it just seems to me that Empire Studios is mixed up with Grande's operation some way. I gotta make a phone call, all right?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go back to the office and then I'll meet you at Ace and Renee's, okay?
All right. Oh, shoot. I forgot about the car and bail. Okay, I might be late, but I'll be there.
Okay. Bye. I'll see you later. Viki, you okay?
Sure. Just looking at your sister. Wondering what she's thinking and afraid to ask her. We've started to get close now.
I know. She likes you a lot.
She's an actress above everything else. I really can't see her leaving her show.
I don't know about that. She has Max and you and me all in Landview. She might surprise you. Why don't you go talk to her? Wouldn't hurt for her to hear how much you want her to stay.
Megan.
Oh, I can't believe this. I finally get my personal life in order, and now my professional one falls apart.
I know. I'm very sorry. But maybe Bo can keep the show here somehow.
Well, I doubt that. I don't think Ted Block is going to be convinced to stay in Landview.
Well, what would you imagine that you'll do?
I don't know. You know, an actress would be crazy not to go to New York, but on the other hand, I have a lot of reasons to stay here.
Speaking absolutely selfishly, I hope you stay.
Mrs. Buchanan,
Yes.
when we do these scenes again...
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think there's somebody else who could play this part?
Viki, you were great.
Well, after you settled down, you got your confidence, you were, well, actually quite good.
Thank you. That's very kind. But look, when I came here this morning, I didn't intend to do this. I only came for a visit. Megan and Bob were very sweet to arrange it, but I'm afraid I have to go back to my office, and I'm sure that you have other things on your mind rather than dealing with amateurs. Megan, you don't mind, do you? You understand, don't you?
No, of course I do. Thanks for being a good sport.
Okay, sure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Would you like to have a cup of coffee?
I think I'm going to take off for a little while.
Okay.
I'm going to go see if Louise found Dr. Spencer yet.
Thanks, Dan.
You know, I might not be here if it hadn't been for Dan. He convinced me that it was time for me to have the baby.
Well, you're also listening to your own body, and you realize these episodes are getting worse.
Yeah, but if it hadn't been for Dan and this dream I had... Oh, Larry, I had a dream yesterday. I fell asleep on the couch, and in my dream, the baby was there with me. And then the door blew open, and Steve came in, and he wanted to take the baby back with him. And at first, I was so excited to see Steve, and then we started fighting about him wanting to take the child. It was...
Why didn't you call me?
Oh, I would have, but then Dan was there, and he got me calmed down, and then he stayed the night because he was worried, so it was...
All right. I'm here now with you. I will take care of you, and I think you've made the right decision. This dream is just... It's your subconscious telling you that it's time for you to take some action.
Oh, but that dream, I mean, Steve coming back from the dead and wanting to take the child with him, it was terrifying, Larry. It's got me shaken up.
Okay, now Dr. Spencer is still in delivery.
Okay.
Well, listen, I have a couple of patients to see. Would you stay with her, Dan?
Sure, no problem. I don't have a shift till this evening.
I just want to say something real quick here before you take off now. If something bad should happen to me or the baby through this, I don't want you to blame yourselves, okay?
Brenda, nothing bad is going to happen.
Something might. We know that, and I just want to take a minute here to deal with it, okay? You two have done everything humanly and medically possible to help me and this child, and I am deeply grateful to both of you. And if for some reason I don't pull through it, I just don't want you to feel guilty about it, okay? That's it.
Don't you worry about anything.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right.
All right, that's the end. Except for this. Come here.
Okay, Doctor. I'm ready for whatever happens.
Okay, Tiffany, open your eyes. Is there darkness or is there light?
There's some light. And I can see your shapes, but they're really fuzzy.
Okay, I want you to blink your eyes several times, and then I want you to focus on my hand.
It's clearing up. Oh my God, I can see you. I can really see you. Oh, Dr. Rothman.
Welcome back, Tiffany.
Oh, is it you, Tom?
Yes, it's me, Tiffany.
And cut.
Good stuff.
Terrific.
Great work, Marilyn.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
I really believe that you got your thing.
Thank you.
You're something else, I tell you. You're superb.
Yeah, terrific. That was swell, Mari Lynn. Jack, you too. Just great. Terrific.
Thanks, Joe.
All right. The campus coffee shop scene's coming up so next, so learn your lines, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Terrific. Great.
You know, I've been thinking about New York.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really not bad at all. I mean, think about it. We could really pursue our careers there. I mean, we could audition for the theater. We could go to the theater constantly. We can find the best teachers to study with.
Well, I'm glad you're happy about it.
What? It doesn't sound the least bit exciting to you?
Well, yeah, but I have a lot of friends here.
Hey, it's not like we're moving to Afghanistan or anything. New York is only a few hours away. Besides, you could always come back and visit a lot. You know, and I bet once you're gone, you're going to start missing Landview less and less.
Jack, why don't you just quit being such a cheerleader for the New York move?
Hey, wait, I got a right to my own opinion.
Yeah, you're right. You do have a right to your own opinion, but you don't have the right to shove it down Mari Lynn's throat. Look, we're not going to move. There's just no way.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear Mari Lynn say anything about that.
Well, I'm saying it.
Wait,
okay?
Wait, please. Jack, would you mind letting us talk?
Sure.
What is wrong with you? Episode worse than the last one.
Oh, God, yes, Sarah. This is the worst. Sarah, I'm so scared. Please, just help me.
All right, come on. I'm gonna take your arm and lead you out of here. Come on. Watch out for this car here. I'm taking you out to my car, and then I'm taking you to the hospital.
No!
Yes! Austin, you want me to help you, but I'm not a doctor.
Sarah, I told you there is nothing that a doctor can do. This is a disease.
You haven't even seen a specialist.
Sarah, I'm not going, okay? What do you want me to do? You want to just run away and hide somewhere?
No, I don't. You're not in any condition to do that.
Listen, I know that, okay? I never know when it's going to come on again.
All right. What if it would have hit you when you were driving?
I'd just be able to pull over. You see, I get these headaches first, and that's my warning. Look, I don't want to talk about this, okay? There's nothing you can tell me that's going to convince me that I'm going to go to a hospital.
All right, well, we have a little bit of a problem then. Because unless you consult a physician, I'm not going to advise you anymore.
You desert me?
I'm doing you a disservice by continuing on with this, Austin.
Sarah, please. Okay, let's not talk about doctors now, okay? We can talk about that later. Please, I'm begging you. I need your help right now. This is a big day for me. Uncle Asa has invited the whole family to come down and see the work that I've done on his car. I mean, he's proud of me. I can't have them finding me groveling around in the dark.
It's foolish to keep this a secret any longer.
But what are you trying to do to me? You're going to make an invalid out of me, and Asa will fire me and throw me right out of here.
He won't do that to you.
I can't do this. I got to get out of here.
No, Austin, all right, look. What, if you hurt yourself, it's going to be awful hard to hide your blindness, isn't it?
Oh, yes, I know.
Austin, you've got to trust my judgment.
Oh, God. Sarah, okay. Okay. You promise me that you'll help me get through this afternoon, and then I'll go with you to a hospital tomorrow.
Fine. You've got a deal. Right now, I want you to sit down and try and pull yourself together before the...
Oh, Lordy, you frightened the daylights out of me.
Renee, hi. I just figured everyone else would be down here, so I didn't bother going up to the house.
Oh, that's terrific. You're early. Well, Austin's giving you a private preview of the car.
Yeah, he is. Here, let me help you.
No, darling, I've got it. Just clear away that spot right there, and I'll put it down.
Thanks.
Oh, thanks. Oh, my. Took my breath away.
Yeah, mine too.
Dad, I was starting to think that you weren't going to show up.
I told you I'd be back.
Yeah, but it's not that easy to trust you lately.
Look, Bo, I'm sorry. I suppose I could have handled that in a better way. I should have taken you aside and explained to you.
Yeah, well, that was one mistake you made. So why don't you tell me about this deal? How much is Empire charging you to rent a studio?
Look, Bo, as I said to you before, even if you could have matched the deal, it wouldn't have mattered. I want to move to New York.
Yeah, but what made this all happen just all of a sudden?
I called Empire Studios. They had the space available, and they were thrilled to get Fraternity Row.
And this warm reception that you got, did that have anything to do with Michael Grande, huh? That's it, isn't it?
No. I don't believe I even know Michael Grande.
No, now you're lying to me. Now, come on. Otherwise, my temper's at a point where I just might lose control.
Okay. It was Michael Grande's idea, okay? That doesn't make it a bad idea.
Can I tell you something? Michael Grande hates me. That's why he organized this whole deal with Empire, but he's hurting everybody that works in this studio. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't need this show. I can do without this show. The cast and the crew, they can't.
Look, Bo, whatever the reason, I love the deal, and we're moving to New York. Conversation ended.
Yeah, well, don't pack, Ted. I haven't given up on this yet.
You've got Mr. Harrison 10 minutes. Obviously not enough time to cancel
all right.
him.
Well, make my apologies. Tell him it's an emergency and schedule an appointment some other time.
I can probably reach everybody
Thanks,
else.
Mary.
Oh, what about Mrs. Wolf?
Check with Dr. Williams. Maybe you can see her.
Dad.
Yeah, what is it?
Brenda's on her way to the OR. The test showed some fetal distress, and Spencer doesn't know how much longer he can keep her stabilized. So they have no choice. They're going to have to do the C-section.
Oh, man. Oh, that poor kid. Nothing has been simple for her. That's enough, Mary. Thanks a lot. Listen, I got to get scrubbed up.
Hey, Dad,
I don't need
touch. Take a minute to catch your breath.
All right. I just love her so much, Dan. You know, I never thought at my stage in life that I would fall in love so heavily, so intensely, and now to think that I might lose her, she might die.
Hey, come on, Dad. Listen. You, Spencer, and the whole staff adore Brenda, and it's going to be sheer guts and talent that are going to pull her and her baby through.
Yeah. You're right, kiddo. Thanks.
Right. I'll say a prayer.
Thank you.
Hey, Megan. That was a particularly good scene.
Oh, thank
There was a real edge to your anger. You weren't by any chance thinking of old Ted Black at the time, were you?
you believe that jerk?
Yeah, really.
Do you know what you're going to do yet?
Well, pray that Bo can find a way to keep the show in town. I just bought a condo.
Oh, no.
Megan.
Dad, hi.
Mr. Gordon, glad to see you up and around.
Well, there you, Joe. How you doing?
Terrific. Good. Well, see you later. Great.
Okay,
Well, I was
thanks.
hoping I'd catch you.
Yeah, I was afraid that you were going to take off for California without saying goodbye.
Of course not. And I'm not leaving for a few more days.
Well, you know, if I hadn't spoken to Viki and Sarah, I wouldn't even know about this.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I suppose I was saving you till last because I figured you'd get angry and try to stop me.
Hey, it's your life. I don't care. Okay, so maybe I was a little bit hurt and angry, but that was before I found out that I might be leaving Landview as well. You see, they're thinking of producing the show in New York.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. I wish I was, but...
Well, why would Bo do that?
No, it's not Bo. It's the agency. And he's trying to convince them otherwise. I'm not sure it's going to work.
Well, what about you and Max?
Dad, I don't know. I haven't had time to think about it.
But he loves you so much, sweetheart.
Dad,
I mean,
please. Don't tell me what to do, okay? I really need time to think about this.
What about your mother? I mean, you two are just beginning to get close.
That's true. But I wouldn't use her as an argument for me to stay in Landview.
Why not?
Because look at yourself. You're hightailing it out of here because of her.
Well, I mean, that's a little different.
Dad, you've taught me all my life not to run, but to stay and fight. And, okay, it's been hard at times, but I recognize the wisdom in that advice. Now look at you. You're packing up and taking off just because you've let yourself fall in love with her again.
No, this is, it's an impossible situation.
No, it's not. Not if you accept her marriage and her family and you try and be her friend.
I don't know.
Dad, I feel that since you can't win Viki, you've decided to pick up your marbles and to go off to California and sulk.
So, anyway, it dawned on me that maybe Michael Grande was behind all this. Thank you. So, I made a few calls, and sure enough, Empire Studios stay in Grand hotels when they're shooting on location.
This thing with Grande is out of hand.
Yeah, I know that, Clint, but what can I do about it? This guy's on a tear. He holds me responsible now for any little thing that happens to go bad in his life. I could care less about that, but now he's going after the people that work for me.
It's really very sad. He should be content with everything that he's got, especially since they're expecting a baby.
You misjudged him, Viki.
You should have pressed charges and put him in prison where he belongs.
Can we please not get into this now?
Here, this is supposed to be a party.
You're here.
How long is Asa supposed to be on the phone?
Oh, darling, who knows? You know how long it takes him to conclude a deal. Austin, should we unwrap this thing and show your handiwork to these folks and not wait for Asa?
Well, it don't really matter to me, Renee.
Let's do it. Clint?
I'll get the front end.
Thanks. Here we go. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Wow! Wow! That looks like it just came from the factory.
Man, oh man, what a beauty. You did some fine work, cousin.
Oh, well, thank you, Bo.
You know, you ever quit working for Asa, you could make a good living restoring cars.
I like it just as a hobby.
I think I'd like a ride. Asa says he's going to take everyone for a spin.
It's getting clearer.
I'd like to drive it first.
I'll arm wrestle you who goes first.
Come on, why don't we go back up to the house and stop standing around here waiting for Asa? That makes sense. And we can all come back when he's finished with his deal. Let's go get comfortable. Will you get the bottle? Surely. Here we go. Bye-bye, darling.
All right.
Thank you. See you later. See you in a little while then.
All right.
See you later.
Bo, could you hang in there a second? Sarah, this wouldn't interest you much.
Okay. See you later.
They tell me that you used to race cars.
Yeah, I had a fling with that.
Yeah. Did you get into any engine work, stuff like that, too?
Yeah, a little bit. Why?
I don't know. Just give me a hand with this, would you? Some spare parts. Better move that cylinder. Great. I don't know. I was just kind of half wondering why you gave up racing.
I had my reasons.
Actually, Bo, look, I was just trying to find something that we might have in common. I mean, a love of cars, things like that. Don't seem like we got much else, you know?
Going back in the house?
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish up here, and I'll be up there in a second. Well, Cousin Bo, welcome to your first step into hell.
The baby's heart rate is 180, which, as you know, is high. And due to Brenda's hypertensive condition, there's danger of increased intracranial pressure, which could result in a stroke. In other words, folks, we got to do this C-section and deliver this baby very quickly. Besides risk of a stroke, she could suffer congestive heart failure or respiratory arrest. She's under, Doctor. Let's begin. We'll be making an abdominal midline incision between the symphysis pubis.
Brenda, my darling.
Oh, Steve, you've come to be with me while I'm having our baby.
I've come to take you with me, my love, to a far, far better place.
Hold on. She's bradycardic. Her heart rate's 40. Her BP is 80/50.
Start Ringer's lactate.
Yes, doctor. Bam.
1 milligram atropine. Fetal signs?
Stable so far.
Okay, let's move it. If we don't get this baby delivered soon, we could lose them both.
Come on, Brenda. Come on, you fight! Brenda, fight for your life, for your baby's life.